Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Children's Day virtual book reading event with Total Nigeria. Happy Children's Day to all the amazing children in the house. I'm so excited that your parents ensured you are here this morning. You are not anywhere else. There are tons of activities happening today, but you chose to be here with me. So thank you for coming here today. So my name is Ugochi, and I'm the author of a child safety storybook. So every time we have events like this where we bring children together and we're sharing information with them on how to stay safe in different situations. Okay, so because of that, I wrote a child safety storybook called The Adventures of Muna. And in that book, each chapter takes you through a different aspect of safety and how to stay safe. Because we do not want you to keep having avoidable accidents. We do not want you to get injured. We do not want you to die because of avoidable causes. So we are trying to empower you with knowledge so that you know how to stay safe. And that even when your parents are not there, you would also be able to protect yourself. So today we're working with Total Nigeria. We're going to have staff of Total Nigeria reading to you because it's really important to them. Road safety, child safety is one of the big goals, one of the big ideals of Total Nigeria, and that is why they're working with us to bring this message to you. So who is happy to be here this morning? Say something to me in the comment section. Remember, I mentioned we're going to be using the comment section a lot, and this is how that works. Every time a reader finishes reading a chapter, they are going to ask you a question. Now, the first person to answer correctly in the chat box gets to win something. We have some people in the house that have been a part of the ones we've had with the Bookworm Cafe and with the US Consulate in the past week. So they are pros at it. But I'm also letting you know so that if this is your first time, you also get ready. Remember, it's not just for you to be the first to answer, but for you to be the first to answer correctly. It is very, very important. Okay? All right. So who is saying something to, okay, yes, I can see, okay, everyone is saying, I am, we are, good morning, everyone. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So are we ready? Are we ready? Okay. So I'm going to start by reading the introduction to the book. And after I am done with my beats, Simisola Omotenyiwa is going to come up and she's going to read one of the chapters in the books. Okay, so the name of the book is The Adventures of Muna, a kid-to-kid safety guide. All right, so let me start from the beginning. Hello, will you be my new friend? I am Muna Chimso, but everyone calls me Muna. You can call me Muna too. I am 7 years old. I love to learn new things and draw pretty dresses. Can I meet you? So already I can see your names in the comment section and I've already called out some of your names. So we're going to skip that bit. Meet my family. This is my daddy. His name is Nosa. He is from Benin in Edo State. He is a doctor and loves helping people. I see lots of people come to our house to talk to my daddy. When they leave, they are smiling. My daddy is a good man. This is my mommy. Her name is Ugochi. She is Igbo from Anambra State. She's a member of the cabin crew, or as some people say, flight attendant. I prefer cabin crew. She is one of those people on the aeroplane who make sure passengers are safe and comfortable. She also has a business where she helps people to stay safe from accidents. My mommy is a good woman. This is my brother, Arinze. Everyone calls him Bobby. He is 3 years old. He's the baby of the house. He is so naughty and likes looking for my trouble. But sometimes he is a good boy. We live at 5 George Street, Ikoyi. So, question, who is ready to answer my question, because if we're paying attention, then you're going to win something right now. The question is, what is the name of Muna's father? I want to see your answers in the comment section. Quickly, 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 quickly. I need to see your names. Agbalaya Babatunde says, Mr. Nosa, awesome. You have just won yourself one of the copies of our child safety story book. So I'm going to be sending you a private message right here so that you can read, so that you can send me your details, and then I would get the details on how to send the book across to you. Remember what I said to you earlier. The rule is you have to be the first to answer correctly. So that's why you have to pay attention. And that's why you have to be very quick when you are typing. And of course, when you are quick, don't make a mistake. You've got to do it very well. That is just amazing, Agbalaya Babatunde. I'll be getting in touch with you shortly. So now to read the next chapter to us.
A Day in Town. That's the title of the chapter. My mom's friend, Mrs. Usman, is a lecturer. She teaches in the university. She is cool. She has 2 children, Zainab and Umar. Zainab is 7 years old too, just like me. Today, Mrs. Usman will take us to Wetland Hotel so that I can see the town. On our way, there was heavy traffic because of an accident in front. A car had knocked someone down, and the careless driver ran away. The accident victim was a woman. She was lying on the floor bleeding, and no one was helping. There was many people around, but they were just shouting and taking pictures. I was sad that they did not help her. Mrs. Umar quickly brought out her first aid kit from the car. She dialed the number of the hospital and asked Zainab to tell whoever picks to send an ambulance. Mrs. Umar wore her gloves and tried to stop the bleeding. We stayed with the woman till the ambulance came and took her away. When we got to the hotel, Mrs. Umar bought us ice cream and taught us about first aid. Now, first aid is an immediate treatment given to an injured person before seeing the doctor. It prevents the injury from getting worse and reduces pain. Some of the things in a first aid kit are gloves, bandage, plaster, pain reliever, scissors, iodine, razor blade, soap, plane, safety pin, and cotton wool. We must protect ourselves from the body fluids of other people so that we do not get infected. Body fluid may be blood or saliva. You should always call for help and try to help in an emergency instead of just standing or taking pictures. Now, the new word here is emergency, which means an unexpected situation which needs immediate action. Now, my question, are we all there?
Yes. So what's the question? I'll be looking out for the person that would answer correctly.
Exactly. So the question is, what should we do when we see an accident?
So the first person, okay, so I've gotten the answer for that in the comment section. Adam, thank you so much for reading that chapter beautifully. Now, Simisola is ready to take on chapter 7. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Simisola Omotehiwa. Thank you very much, Adam. I'll find the correct answer and then I'll get back to the person. Simisola, over to you.
Okay.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, so I'm going to be reading chapter 7, and it says, "Are you safe on the road?" My daddy returned from work when Bobby and I were brushing our teeth before bed. Daddy is a doctor that specializes in treating children. He was tired, but he still came to read our bedtime stories. Before reading the story, Daddy told us that the number of children brought to the hospital for road accidents is increasing. He's not happy seeing little children go through so much pain, so he wants Bobby and me to be careful on the road. Well, I don't want to die now. I would like to be a fashion designer when I grow up, so I will be careful. These are some things Daddy taught us about being safe on the road. Always cross the road with an adult. If you must cross alone, look left, right, and left again before crossing the road. Be sure no vehicle is coming. Obey traffic signs. The traffic light has 3 colors: red, yellow, and green. Red means stop, yellow means ready, and green means go. Pay attention to the road. Stop playing. Yes, you, stop playing on the road. When you want to get down from a car, do so from the curbside. The curbside is the side closer to the walkway. When your parents are driving, do not distract them with your toys or behavior. When our parents use their phones while driving. By the way, did you know that in Nigeria, if you're not up to 12 years old, you should not sit in the front seat of the car, focus on a particular area. Activity. In your safety guide, answer the following questions. Yes, this is the question that should be answered. At what age can you sit in the front seat of the car in your country? And then the second activity there is to draw the traffic light. Use your crayons to make it beautiful so you can paste it on the fridge. Thank you.
Okay, so I was saying that all the answers are currently in the chat box, and I noticed something. Someone who answered correctly in a previous question was also the first to answer. So I would like you to share with me. Should I give the opportunity to someone else to win? Or do you want to be the only one to win all the gifts this morning? So I would like you to share that in the comment section. So thank you so much, Simisola, for reading that chapter to us. Up next, we're calling on Mary Iheseke to read chapter 6. Mary, are you ready for us? If you are ready for us, I would be unmuting you right about now.
Yes,
I'm
ready. I'm here with little Bella.
Oh, hi, Bella. Happy Children's Day. All right, we're listening.
Morning, children. Happy Children's Day. So I'll be reading chapter 6 of our storybook. It says, spill and clean. I was running and suddenly fell on the floor. I did not get injured, but it was really painful. I slipped because there was oil on the floor. How did this happen? Maybe it was Bobby that spilled the oil, but why didn't he clean it? I will report him to Mommy. Mommy said if we pour any liquid on the floor, we should clean it immediately to prevent someone from falling down. I could have broken my head. Wait a minute. Auntie Dima asked my friend Wendy and I to return the oil after making dinner. Some oil spilled and I was going to clean it, but I forgot. Oh my God, it was my fault. I spilled the oil and I did not clean it up. Now I am hot. What if my leg had broken like Atinuke's brother? Dear friend, always clean spills immediately. If not, you will forget and it could hurt you or others. Leaving spills without cleaning makes the environment unsafe. If you are not the one to clean it, report the location of the spill to an adult so that someone else does not fall. When you spill and fall, you could injure different parts of your body, like your head, leg, hand, or hip. So be careful and do not run on wet floors. Don't be like me. So our question for this chapter says, what should you do when you see a spill? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that, Mary. So you have your question there. What should you do when you see a spill? Okay, so who's responding? So I can see that Mrs. Akpan is ready. Mrs. Akpan, get set. You are up next. Oh, this is so touching. Emmanuel was the person that got question 2 and was also the first person to get question 3. So what happened is Emmanuel has accepted that we can give a prize to another person. Awesome. That is just so thoughtful. That is just so kind of you. Thank you, Emmanuel. We are taking that, and I'll choose the next person that got the question, which was Ogene Rona Okokoro. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so now Mrs. Akpan, you are up now.
Okay, hello everybody. I'm back. Sorry for that hit. Okay, so I'm reading from the chapter that says a pandemic. Have you heard what is going on in the world? Many people in Nigeria. Bobby is my younger brother. The World Health Organization is a special agency of the United Health. This is what I've learned. Coronavirus is a disease that can spread from one person to another. It spreads through close contact with people who have it. This particular one that has led to so many people dying started in 2019. So it is called Coronavirus Disease 2019. The short form of the name is COVID-19. It is like a common cold, but the virus attacks our ability to breathe well. For some people, the symptoms are mild and they get well soon. But for some others, it might get very serious and lead to death. The symptoms are fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing. So whenever you feel this way, you must tell your daddy and mommy about it so that they can call for medical help. But mommy says it is better to prevent it. So how can we prevent it? 1, we must wash our hands regularly with soap and water after coughing and sneezing, after using the toilet, and when our hands are dirty. We must also wipe our hands with clean cloth or paper towel when washing them. The trick is to wash your hands for a minimum of 20 seconds. And you can sing the birthday song when you do it. I hope we all know the birthday song. 2, we must not touch our eyes, nose, and mouth with unclean hands. 3, we must only sneeze and cough into a bent elbow. The bent elbow must cover our nose and mouth so that we do not spread particles. If you sneeze into a tissue, you must throw it away immediately and wash your hands. 4, when you are around other people, maintain social distancing. Social distancing means that you do not stand too close to another person. Always give space of at least 1 meter. Also, avoid crowded places. 5, if you are sick, you must report it early. Some people wear masks, but you are not supposed to use a mask except you are coughing, sneezing, or taking care of someone who is sick. That is why doctors and nurses wear special masks, because they are helping the sick people. 6, stay at home to prevent the spread of the disease. Daddy says there's no current treatment, but scientists are working hard to provide a cure. For now, we must take precautions. Dear friend, I hope you're staying safe. I don't want anything to happen to you. See you in my next adventure.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you so much for reading that story to us, Mrs. Akpan. Could you now ask us one question? Just one.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so the question we're taking from that chapter, I want you to mention 2 ways of preventing the coronavirus disease. 2 ways to prevent contacting the coronavirus disease.
Okay, we're waiting. The comment section is buzzing. I can see that you're all game. Everybody wants to be the first to get it. And that's the whole idea of what we are doing. That's the whole idea. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so thank you so much, Ma, for reading that to us. I'll be moving to Fumi to read the next story to us. Fumi would be reading the next story to us, so I have unmuted her now. So Fumi Oluwa Fumilayo Alero Gombe, you are up now.
Hello, can you guys see me? Good morning.
Yes, we can see and hear you clearly.
Okay, that's good. So children, wave to me. I know you're only allowed to touch me, and if you can hear me, just wave. Wave your hands. So I'll be reading chapter 4, A Stranger at School. 1 second. Okay, good. A stranger at school. Today has been quite interesting. After school, a man came to pick Bobby and me. I don't know him. He told my teacher that he is our uncle. So I asked him for the password, but he did not know the password. My mommy said I should never go home with anybody who doesn't know the family password. My teacher called the school security and they took the man away. Later, a police van came and arrested him. I don't understand what is going on. My mommy came to the school to pick us and the teachers were happy with me. Mommy said I did a good job by protecting Bobby and me. She said we should never go anywhere with strangers. We should never accept gifts from strangers. She said the man wanted to kidnap us, but because I asked him for the family password, he failed. Thank God I asked. What about you? Do you have a family password? Do not discuss your family password with others. So the new word here is kidnap. And what does kidnap mean? It means to carry away by force. Activity. So I'm going to ask you the question now, children. Fastest fingers, remember. What is your family password? Auntie Ugochi, are they meant to tell us their family password?
No.
No. Okay, so that's the activity here. So children, you ask your mommy and your daddy for family password if you do not have family passwords already, you know. And what is your family phone number? You should know your mom or your dad's family phone number. I mean, your mom's phone number or your dad's phone number, you know, and you memorize it. At least one person's phone number. Thank you, Auntie Ugochi. Thank you, children, for listening.
Thank you so much for reading that so beautifully. I really love the effect.
Thank you.
You actually taught us something very important. Every family must have a family password. As a matter of fact, some days ago on Instagram, someone sent me a video. The video was shot in India where a stranger went to knock on a child's door and he lied that the parent had sent him to pick her up. And the girl said, no, I'm not supposed to open the door for you because daddy and mommy are not here. He said, oh, one of them has had an accident. That is why I want to bring you. And she almost opened the door when she heard about the accident. And then we heard her remembering what her mom had said to her. Her mom had said to her, if somebody comes and they do not know the family password, do not go with them. So guess what? She asked him, what is the family password? And he said,
fantastic.
He said, you know, it was an emergency. I cannot remember right now. And of course, she knew not to open the door. Do you see? So if you do not have a family password, I can already see some people saying in the comment section that we do not have a family password. After this call, tell your parents, what is our family password? And of course, do not share it with strangers. Even if I ask you for your family password, do not give it to me. Okay? It's for your safety. Thank you so much, Ma, for reading that to us.
Thank you,
All right.
Sister Ugochi. Thank you.
So we're going to move on to the next reader.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear and see you clearly.
Okay, there is something I need to correct here. My name is Patrick Ilwebe from the Total Group.
Okay, Patrick,
not Azuna. I'm supposed to take chapter 5.
Yeah, but that works. That works.
Okay.
And that works.
No, but it's okay. I can wait. I'm enjoying the session. I can as well wait.
No, since you're already up, that's fine. Once we are done with
okay,
Azuna will come up.
Okay. Good morning, children. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay. So I'm taking chapter 5, and it's a very, very interesting and safety topic. It's very good for security as well. So if we are ready, here we go. Chapter 5, my body, keep off. When we got home from school, Mommy took Bobby and me to her room. She asked us if anyone had touched our private parts before. She said something bad happened to a little girl today, and it was on the television. The little girl is now in the hospital. Mommy said we should never be afraid to tell her if someone wants to touch our private parts. She said so many things today, and she was not happy at all. Whatever happened to that little girl must be really bad. I pray she gets, our bodies are always covered. They are not exposed when we go out of the house. It includes from below our neck to the middle of our thighs. Nobody is allowed to touch my private parts, not even a family member. My body is mine. All strangers should keep off. If someone tries to touch my private parts, I should scream and try to stop them. I must report such a person to my parent. I should not be afraid to tell my parents, even if such persons threaten me. If my parents do not believe me, I have to find a trusted person to tell. I should never keep this a secret. Is there someone touching your private parts at home, school, library, church, or mosque? Do not be afraid. Please report. Now, the new word you've learned from what I've just read is secret. The secret is something that is hidden from others. Now, that will be the chapter. Can I go on to the question?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll take the easy one. Who can you report to if someone is touching? Sorry. Who can you report to if someone is touching your private parts?
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Patrick, for reading that chapter so beautifully to us. And thank you for choosing the simple question. Thank you for choosing that, because really the goal is for us to share what the children would be able to remember so that they'll be able to protect themselves. So please, if you are here and someone is touching your private parts, please, you must report. And I can already see that you are all mentioning who you can report to in the comment section. That is really important. Do not be afraid. If they have threatened you and all those things, please do not be afraid. There are systems in this country to protect you. Okay, so do not be afraid to report. Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. We're going to be moving now to Azuna. Azuna, we are ready for you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he. My apologies. You're welcome.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
It's very pleasant and very lively, so I'm very proud of it. Children, I hope you're having fun. I am, and it's good to feel young again. I'm feeling very young, and it's nice to have this opportunity to feel this young. Okay, I have a very little text, which is to read something very important. We've been talking about a lot of important things today. But this one is especially important because it can be dangerous. It is fire. Fire and how to go down low. So the title of this chapter is Go Down Low. So I read. The name of my school is Seat of Wisdom School. It is located.
Who is that?
And Wednesday, we have social activities. So we have club activities where we learn new things from our teachers, like making crafts. Other weeks, we have visitors who teach us other things. Today, we have some people from the Young African Leaders Initiative, YALI. It is a project of a former American president, Barack Obama. They taught us about personal hygiene to our bodies. And that is why we should wash our hands regularly. Always wash your hands before eating and after using the toilets. I really like the part about fire prevention. To ensure safety from fire, we need to prevent, plan, and practice. To prevent means that we need to avoid certain things so that a fire won't start. For example, we do not play with lighters, matches, or candles. Always turn off electrical appliances when not in use. To plan means that we need to ask our parents what we are supposed to do if a fire starts at home. Our parents need to have a plan for where we should escape to, how to escape, and who we can call for help. They need to tell us this plan so that we will know what to do. Without a plan, there will be confusion in any type of emergency. To practice means that we should rehearse with our friends and family what to do in different emergency situations. For example, when there is smoke, we are to go down low and crawl out of the smoke-filled room. Since the smoke goes up and we are down on the floor, we can see well to escape, and the air is cleaner for breathing. We should not panic because when we do, we breathe faster and this reduces the amount of oxygen available. Also, wrapping wet towels around our noses reduces the breathing in of smoke. If there's fire on our bodies, we are to stop, drop, and roll. This means that we lie on the ground and roll from one end to the other. The rolling action helps to stop the fire. Do you have a plan in your house of what to do when a fire starts? Ask your mommy or your daddy today. Don't forget it. The new words that we have learned today, and I want you to remember it, is oxygen. Oxygen. Oxygen is a colorless gas in the air that all humans and animals need to live. Without oxygen, we will all die. I have an activity for you. I would like you to look at your house where you live, and don't forget to ask your parents to help you. Use your crayons, make them visible and beautiful. Draw an escape plan for your house. When it's done, paste it in your fridge door so that everybody will see it. Do I have to make a question for these children? I want them to do the activity.
They are going to do
that is chapter 3.
After our session today. But for now, they need to answer one question from your session so that somebody can win a book. So, what would the question be? There's a question section there. You just choose one. Maybe you
okay.
like Mr. can choose an easy one. I don't know.
I have only an activity, but I can easily get a question that I am sure the children will love.
Of course.
Answer. If there is fire on our bodies, children, what should you do? If there is fire on our bodies, what should you do?
Okay, so who is going to give us the answer to that? If there is fire on your body, what should you do? And while we're waiting for you to respond to that, we are going to call on Fisayo Ajala to read the next chapter to us. Fisayo, are you ready? So I'll be going through the comment section and picking out answers. So by the way, I saw a question in the comment section, and the question was, should we use our parents' phone number as the password? No, do not do that. The reason is it is possible. You know, sometimes people who try to harm us may not totally be strangers. They might be people who know us. Maybe a family friend, or maybe a maid, a security man that has worked with the family. Sometimes it happens that way, that it's actually the people you know that might be trying to harm you. So they might have access to that information. So that is why you and your parents, you would have to choose something that is unique to just the both of you. You know, don't use things that are common. Don't use your name. Don't use your address. Don't use your phone number. Things that anybody can find out, really. Okay? So I hope that answers it for you, Nicolette. And I saw that Edosa, one of our team members, already responded to you in the comment section. All right, Fisayo, we are ready.
Yes. Good morning, children.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. We can
Happy Children's Day.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, it's good to be here. We're going to be reading from book 3, okay, chapter 4 of our book 3. And the title of the chapter is How to Avoid Choking. Okay, how to avoid choking. All right, let's go. After my visit with Miss Toby last week, Miss Toby told my mother I was well behaved and she would like me to join her at an event organized to raise awareness for amputees. An amputee is someone whose leg or hand has been cut off. Mommy says this event will involve walking some distance with a banner and calling on people so that those without limbs can get walking aid. As I learned my last adventure, we need to know where we are going to and plan for it. I knew that since we will be walking, I had to wear comfortable shoes and outfits. I would also carry a water bottle in case I get thirsty and a cap in case the sun is out. On Saturday morning, Miss Toby picked me from my house and we went to the meeting point. I saw so many amputees and this got me wondering why I had never noticed this before. Some of them moved with crutches and some had prosthetics attached to their limbs. They were discussing and laughing with their friends. I saw both children and adults. Now, I see why Miss Toby says we are to treat people living with a disability as normal. We started the walk with the children in front and I met Fatima. Fatima has one leg and uses crutches. As we walked, I started asking her questions because I wanted to learn more. She said there are people whose legs or hands had to be cut off because maybe they were in an accident that was the only way to save their lives. Fatima wanted to know the games I played in school. She loves to skip, and I love skipping too. I just got a new playmate. When we got to the end of the walk, the adults were gathered together to learn how to support amputees, while the children were gathered in a play area to eat and play games. A little boy started to choke. He could not talk, and the other children called the adults in charge. Immediately, the adults rushed over, carried the boy and hit his back 5 times. Okay, he carried the boy and hit his back 5 times, and the little toy horse flew out of his mouth. Wow. By now, the other adults had gathered. Mrs. Eze, the organizer of the campaign, taught us about choking. She said choking could happen to any child, and if nobody is there, the child might not be able to breathe and will suffocate. Every parent must take note of the following tips. They must monitor us when we are eating or playing so we do not choke on our food or on a toy. They must also keep small objects away from needs. As children, we should take note of the following. We should not talk while eating. We should also not put toys and objects in our mouths. If a child starts choking around us, we must call an adult quickly. Okay, so the new word here is prosthetics. Prosthetics, okay? And it is, a prosthetic is an artificial device that replaces a body part which has been lost through accidents. And now to my question. Are you ready? Are you ready for my questions? Yes. Okay, it's just one actually. So how can we avoid choking? How can we avoid? My question is, how do we avoid choking?
Awesome, awesome. Fisayo, thank you so much for reading that so beautifully. I truly, truly appreciate you. By the way, Fisayo is reading to you from Ilorin. She has been the one on ground in Ilorin, visiting schools and training children on how to stay safe in that state. So we are now moving to Folakemi Olubambi. She's now safely off the road and ready to read our last story for today to you. So you're welcome, Folakemi. All right.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, children. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm safely parked off now, and I'm ready to read to you. Can I start?
Yes, please.
All right, guys. So today we're talking about an accident at home. An accident at home. So I heard my name. Muna, you need to get up now or you'll be late for school. I felt like sleeping some more, but I didn't want to be late. Hey, Mommy, make your bed before coming downstairs. Mommy likes everything to be in order. Okay, Mommy, I said. Auntie Dima helped Bobby and me to bathe as Mommy made breakfast. We all ate and got ready. Daddy dropped us off at school, and I ran inside to look for my friend, Atinike. Atinike is my best friend. I'm going to show her my new shoes today. I wanted to show her yesterday, but she didn't come to school. I hope she comes today. Yay! Atinike is in school today. She said there was an emergency at home yesterday, and that was why she was absent. Her brother, Toby, was practicing how to fly like Superman, and then he fell off the stairs. Uh-oh. It was his scream that alerted the whole family that something had gone wrong. There was no first aid kit at their home, so he was taken to St. Michael's Children's Hospital in Ikoyi. Atinuke said she was afraid that her brother would die because he was in so much pain. She didn't know that falling from the stairs could be so dangerous. The doctor told Atinuke's mother that if Toby had held on to the handrail, the fall would not have been so bad. Toby now has a broken leg. He'll be okay, but he will have to rest that leg for a long time before he can play or use it again. Do you also play on stairs? I used to do that before, but I will never do it again. I don't want to end up breaking my leg. I don't ever want to go through such pain. I have learned some new things today though. Number one, falling from the stairs is very dangerous. 2, stairs are not playing areas at all. And 3, always hold on to handrails when on the stairs so that even if you trip, you would not get seriously injured. I wonder, have you ever had an accident at home before? What type of accident? And was there a first aid kit at home? After school, I will ask my mom if we have one too. It is now time for classes, so I'll see you soon. We have a new word today, alerted. Alerted means to inform, warn, or let others know. Alerted. It means to inform, to warn, or to let others know. So children, are you ready for today's activity?
Yes, yes, yes. Our question.
Okay, so today's activity, I wonder, can you tell me, I'm sorry, today's question for this chapter. I wonder, could you please tell me 5 things that can be found in a first aid kit? I hope it's not too hard.
Okay, thank you so
much. I can see a lot of smart answers coming up already. Good job, guys.
Yes, and somebody is even asking a question. Okay, so her question is mention 5 things. So that means if you mention only one, you are not going to be the one to get the answer. You have to mention the 5 things as one.
Oh, someone just mentioned 5.
Hey! All right, so I'm going to go into the comment section and retrieve that name. So if you have answered correctly, if you checked your messages, you would have noticed that I sent you a message. So far, everyone has sent me their information except Temilade. So I'm going to say that again. But I noticed a question where somebody is asking, what if the staircase is dirty? Now, the truth is, many times, most especially in public spaces, we are afraid to touch these things, most especially even now in this period of the pandemic. So what we would advise is, if the environment is dirty, find a way to be close to either the wall or to the handrails without necessarily holding it, so that even if you are about to trip, you can always steady yourself against something firm. Compared to if you are walking in the middle of the stairs, you are not close to the wall, neither are you close to the stairrail. It will be so easy for you to fall anyhow. But if you are close to something firm, it's easy for you to wedge yourself against that thing, even if you trip. And then we always advise that as much as possible, wash your hands regularly, use hand sanitizers as much as possible, so that even though you come in contact with dirty things, your hands will still remain clean, because we do not want you to transfer germs from your hands into your body. So this has been such an amazing episode. I've been seeing the way you've all been so quick, responding to the questions in the comment section. So this is what we are going to do as a way to wrap up. I believe that you have learned so much across the different stories that our amazing readers from Total Nigeria and from the team at Safety Chick and Ulomka have read to you. So I just want you to share with me in the comment section, what one new thing have you learned today? Maybe some things we said today, you probably knew them, but what is that one new thing you have learned? Please begin to drop your responses in the comment section. While I get Temilade, please send me your details. And now let me see who was the first person to get Falakemi's question. Person who answered 5 at the same time. And that was Salihu. Yes, Salihu Kabiru. So I'll be sending you a personal message now so that you can respond. But I want to see your comments telling me the things that you have learned today. We are wrapping up. We're wrapping up. It's been a beautiful experience sharing with you, listening to your responses. So I am so happy. So I'll be reading what some of you are saying in the comment section. So I can see here. Okay, someone says, what is wedge? Okay. Okay, let me put it this way. Imagine, I want everybody to imagine with me. Imagine that you are on the stairs and you are in the middle. Usually when you're on stairs, there's a wall on one side and then there's the handrail on the other side. Now, if you are standing in the middle, if you're walking in the middle, if you trip, you are going to fall forwards or backwards, but you're going to fall anyhow. But if you're walking close to the wall, that's your body is very close to the wall a bit, or it's a bit closer to the handrail, it means if you feel that need to trip, you can always catch on or hold on to something solid, which is either the wall or the handrail. Compared to if you are just in the middle and there is nothing for you to grasp immediately, or there's nothing for you to hold on to immediately. Do you understand? Okay. So someone says, I have learned that we should have a safety plan for a fire outbreak. That is from Tani Toluwa Akimbode. I have learned to have a family password. That is from Eze Bube Chika. I've learned that I should not keep secrets. That's from Irat Adeboye. I've learned about protecting my body. That's from Imabon Oduma. Who else said something? I've learned not to talk to strangers, from Osareti. Then from Okikiola, who says, do not play on stairs. Joseph's iPad says, do not stay on stairs. Yanolua says, I've learned how to be safe from danger. Anoluwakwa says, safety things. You need to be specific. What is safety things? Dara Simi says, I've learned safety. Emmanuel says, I have learned that I should know my family password. Very important. Ufoma says, safety is good for our health. Victory says, I've learned about fire outbreak. Matt Oyebumi says, I've learned about the family password. Alaba says, anyone less than 12 should not sit in the front seat of the car. Now, that is really so important, so that if you notice that your parent is asking you to stay in the front, you can always say, oh, we just learned that if you're not up to this age, you are not supposed to sit down there. That is so important. Okay. Somebody say, Salihu says, I've learned we should know our fire exit. Maro says first aid. Who else? Somebody says, I've learned we should not play with fire. Anoluwakwa says we will always need a safety kit. Yes. Naomi says, I've learned how to keep myself safe. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Benny says, stay away from strangers. Onome Edewa says, I've learned that nobody's allowed to touch my private part. Very good, very good. You all have just been so, so amazing. I would like to bring this to a close now by saying a big thank you to our staff from Total Nigeria for joining us this amazing morning to read these beautiful stories to our amazing children. I'd like to say a big thank you to our other readers, Mrs. Akpan from Air Force in Akwa Ibom, Fisayo Ajala from Ilorin, Adam, a member of our team, Mary, a member of our team also. Thank you so much for reading to us. I hope you've learned so much. Please, we have the storybooks. The first book in the storybook series, The Adventures of Muna Book 1, it's available on my website for free. So you can tell your parents immediately after, now just go up there and download it. We also have this very small booklet that we did for the coronavirus. It's also available on the website for free. The website is thesafetychick.com. thesafetychic.com. And we are going to, you'll be free to download those materials for free, because like I mentioned to you at the beginning, it's important for you to always stay safe. We do not want bad things to happen to you because of mistakes or because you do not even know. That's why we're sharing this information with you. Thank you so much, Kike Giwa, for being here. Thank you to our amazing people. Thank you, children. Without you, we wouldn't have had this event. Thank you so much for participating in the comment section. So our winners for today are Agbalaya Babatunde, Arueyingo Emmanuel, Ogene Ruona Okpokoro, Ileri. I've gotten your details, I'll call you. Iyanoluwa, I am yet to get your details. Osareti Igbinovia, I'm also yet to get your own details. Omorege Oluwa Shemilore, I have gotten your details. Mina Edewo, I've gotten your details, but you didn't tell me where your location is. Are you in Lagos? What part of Lagos? So that I can send the things to you. Temilade, I've also not gotten your details. And Sally Ukabiru, these are the people who have won our books for today. And I would need your details so that I would be able to send your gifts across. So we're going to have to end this broadcast now because the plan was to have this event for just 1 hour. And we've already overshot our time by about 8 minutes. So I'll be ending this, but we're going to have this video recording. It's going to be uploaded so that you can always go back and refer to it over and over again. So thank you so much for spending your time with me this morning, and happy Children's Day. I hope you have a beautiful day today, and I hope that you enjoy this whole period. Thank you all so much, and see you soon. Please tell your parents to be on the mailing list because I keep sharing information about events like this. Remember, I told you that we had one with the US consulate some weeks ago, and we had another one with the Bookworm Cafe. Things like this would always come up. So please stay in touch so that when it happens, you'd be able to be a part of it. All right? So take care of yourselves and see you next time. Bye.